Hello, I'm going to be showing you how to fix joystick drift on an Oculus Rift S controller. I don't worry about that. I just have the battery off. It's cover off. It's right here. I also don't have a good cell phone stand, so I'm using a water bottle, but forgive me. Now, tools you'll need are fine tip tweezers, something to put screws in, and electronic components, a spudger, preferably plastic, and a T5 Torx bit screwdriver. I just got this from a electronics kit, repair kit. Now to start, you're going to need to remove. You'll do it on the right because I already have it on the left. There's a sticker right here, as you can see. It's plain as day. Underneath this is two screws. Those are your screws that will allow you to access and begin taking this thing apart. Just put that back in so I don't lose that. Now to start, as you can see, there is two screws, one right there and one right here. Just go ahead and start removing those. You got, and so just a FYI, some of these screws at a weird angle, so it's going to be kind of weird for you to get it at first. But let's see here. I've taken this thing apart many times to clean it, and that's when I discovered what causes the joystick drift. And believe it or not, it's something very simple. It's actually what they're using to make the joystick out of. Oh, ha! Magnet got it. Thank you, magnet. Now, take your spudger. After you remove those two screws from right here, take your spudger. It doesn't really matter which end. I'm going to use the smaller end. The best way to start taking the controller apart is to start where the wrist strap is. You could either remove it or not. It doesn't really matter. Just get it under like that. And just work your way down. Now you may think, oh, there got to be more than two screws. Actually, there's just two screws holding the grip. Yeah, just gonna go grip. But yeah, it's very simple to take apart. Forgive the cheap work mat. Just pop that off. Another tip I would like to address is use an old card or something. Like I have a rewards card from a zip trip. What used to be a zip trip up here, up north. Just use that to basically hold it in place. So that way it doesn't snap back closed. Just make sure you move the spudger, the shim up, out of the way, up in the way, so that way it doesn't block it. Another trick I would use is jam your thumbnail in there. Now we're gonna go do it on the other side. And that's what I hate. You could also just brute force it, but there's a chance you could break it. Come on. There we go. Just use your card or spudger, whichever you choose to use. And that just pops right off. This is actually a magnetic spring, so don't worry about losing any springs for this part. What you do is you just set it to the side. Now, as you can see, we have opened it up and exposed some wirings. Don't touch these. These are just your battery terminals. Now, grab your Torx again and begin removing 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's two more right here that hold the ring on. And all these screws are the exact same size, so don't worry. There they are. Just remove every screw. It's the best way to do it, or there's some parts that you don't really need to remove, but essentially what you need to know is you have to remove take apart the entire thing in order to service the one piece. Oh, there's a hidden screw. Sorry about that. There's another 4. There's 6 screws, I think. That's kind of also why you want the needle nose, the fine tip needles, tweezers, whatever they're called. As you can see, I've cracked it right there. It doesn't matter as long as you're ginger with it. You won't break it too much. You won't break it because this is a semi-flexible plastic. It's not rigid. It's actually semi-flexible and actually, believe it or not, semi-transparent. And I need to plug my camera in. God damn it. Come on. Brother trucker. And there goes my other lights. Back up with you and in with you. Sorry for the slight delay. And now we gotta wait. I'll bring in the light when it comes back. Sorry, guys. Battery too low. Frick you. Alrighty. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I'm removing the ring screws. Now be very careful. It's a good thing to have like a little mat to that's made out of, like I have one just basically used out of craft foam and tape, just, pinned to the wall table. It works perfectly for me because I don't really do much projects like this. I'm a VR hobbyist that believes that you should be able to have the right to repair. The beautiful thing about this is, even though it's not really meant to be repaired, oh, 7 screws, sorry about that. Final screw is I'd say right on the opposite side of the grip. Grab that so I don't lose it. Alrighty, now do a quick little inspection. Everything looking good. Now the next piece to come out. If I remember correctly, was right here. You'll find these like little tabs right on here. I think it's just one actually. And be careful because this part, the positive terminal for your battery is very loose without that screw. So the easiest way to take this apart is to grab your shim, jam it in there, and pull down. And that piece will just pop right out. Just leave it dangling there. Don't move it too much. Now we want to start to disassemble the ring. Or actually, okay, yeah, you can't pull that one out. I'll get way ahead of myself. And now we got to start taking out the ring. The best way to start it is you'll see on your Oculus Rift controller, there's a little joint. There's a little not joint, seam right here. Take your spudger's small side and just start moving it back and forth. Tell you. Oh, I just cracked mine. Oh well. Super glue is a wonderful thing. Like honestly, I don't care. Planning on getting an index here in the future. Let's see here. I'm just gonna simply put this back just to be safe. Actually, just pops right back down. Oh wait. Oh. And drop my tool. Ow. Just simply work it until you get it in. You could use these to help. In fact, where is it? No. Where did you go? Where did you go? Alright, welcome back. Didn't mean to stop that, but I'll just edit it. I grabbed some more tools to help me out. Another one is just a harder spudger. And as you can tell, the battery... Okay, those just came out. And, just push that back in. I'm going to try to finagle this back into spot just to get it out of the way. I went ahead of myself. Try not to pull that part out until it's too, because it's, you know, needed. All right, now we'll just pop your spudger underneath. If you have a crack, it's okay. But yeah, now this is the most difficult part that I freaking hate. Just keep your spudger there. I have a bunch of these, I guess they're adhesive removal cards that you get from any like tech kit, repair kit. I'll just shimmy that right underneath that. That will hold this thing apart. In fact, if you've already, like, once you pop it, as you can see, some more actually will start popping too. Oh yeah, I didn't remove the screws. I got worried for a second. Now, don't need that spudger. Just go for the middle one. Just simply pry. I will use that plastic one right there. Pull that through so it doesn't fall in there. This is like one of the most tedious processes of this. So just there we go. Notice how I've just popped the entire ring. All right, where's the other one? There we go. Just pop that right there. Shimmy it on through. And as you can see, I have popped the ring out. It's slightly like that. Pop your shipment over there. Now, the best way to open this, not open it, remove the ring, is to hold it like this. Or actually, hold on. It's going to be a second. I need to remember. It's been a couple days since I pulled this thing apart. You got to be very ginger. Very ginger. If you don't know what that word means, it means be very, very careful. Like, treat this like you actually it's your firstborn child careful. I have some smaller cuts of old rewards card to help with the shimmying. Voila. Now, try to squeeze the inner ring without breaking it. You'll need to actually pull one of the shims out. But as you'll see, is I'm squeezing it down to like where it's about half an inch lower than what it needs to be. Don't worry about my crack that I put in there. I honestly don't fucking care. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't you dare snap into place. Voila. Hold it in place. And you got it. If I have to, I'll speed this up. Pull it towards the front while shrinking the ring. But don't pull too tight or you will crack it. Up north, that's a superstition. It's called jinxing. Make sure your shims don't pop out. This is like the most hated process for me. Let's see, some metal spudgers might work. Yeah, fuck the metal spudger. But you're basically just trying to work this thing out. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a problem for me. Here we go. Try to pull the inner ring towards you while pulling the outer ring away from you, or the opposite, whichever one works best for you. Just always make sure that your shims are in. And it should just eventually work itself off. Don't worry if any pieces fall out of this. They're very easy. It's a semi-easy solder. It would have been a lot easier if I just took the ring off first. And voila, ring's off. Pops right out. Just set that aside for now. I'm gonna glue this fucking computer. All right, now we have exposed more screws. 1, 2. If I remember correctly, that might be it. Yeah, but before we take out any more screws, take your tweezers, jam it in there, so you can pull. I got some more tweezers right here, so you can pull this thing out. Swivel pin. Keep your thumb on the actual trigger, actually. Put that in there. And that's why. Now, these are all magnetic, usually, that help with the dampening. This is like actually the only piece, too, with actual moving spring. And that spring is actually attached to there. I'll show you how it is in a second. Now that we've removed the spring, not the spring, the button, we could detach the faceplate. The faceplate. This part, where the buttons are. Just pop it up. I like to hold it down because it will press up. There we go. Now, as you can see, I have pulled out the screws out of the pin. There's one screw hole. God dang camera. There's one hole. There's another. These are the faceplate holes, okay? Now, this should just pop right off. Like so. I like to keep it face down, so that way I can pull these off and put them in place. Now we have exposed the joystick and the motherboard and the board. First things first, though, please disconnect your battery. It's a very simple disconnect. You just pop. Set that to the side after I reattached one of the sensors, one of the grip sensors. This just slides right on in at a weird angle, so just make sure you meet the angle. Just like that. It doesn't actually, as you can see though, it doesn't fully get in. That's okay. If you just wanted to make sure it doesn't move, just drop a little super glue on it. It'll hold it in place perfectly. Now set this off to the side. Now we're left with this. This is still held. This spring is still held in with a screw. That screw is actually right here. This one that has a little bit of a gold around it. Make sure the button don't get lost. We don't need any of these spudgers anymore. I mean, not spudgers, any of these glue breakers. I don't really know what these cards are called. If anyone knows, please fill me in. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the board. Well, actually, no, not the board. We're going to remove the button first. And there's 3 screws holding it. Bottom, top, and this one right here. Move the bottom. Move the top. Now, don't try to take the button out immediately because the cable that connects it to the controller is underneath the board. And this one. This is the one that holds the middle spring in place, like I mentioned earlier. You also got to be careful because I put mine on, I put my joystick on wrong. I'll show you what I mean when I take this thing apart. Now there's this little piece right here. Right here. This is your antenna that allows you to connect to the headset. Just pop that off. There's a little secondary anchor point right there. Right here. Right under the the bottom joystick mount. And then there should be 1 or 2 screws if I remember correctly. Just 1 actually, because I removed the other ones. Just remove that last screw, and the faceplate should pop out. Just fall out actually. Oh, there goes the spring. Don't lose that. Excuse me. Alright, the faceplate just pops out. As you can see, there is a ribbon cable right here. That's the joystick. And there's a ribbon cable right here. That's your grip sensor. Pop the grip sensor out. It's a very easy fit to pop out. Just pull the black out, black little swap thingy up. It just flicks up like a switch. And the grip button just pops right off. Set this aside. We're done with this. Again, same goes for this. There's a little piece right here. Just pop that down. And then this piece should just fall right out. Okay? This is the joystick. It is a potentiometer joystick. Set this down. Now, I'm going to show you what's causing the problems. Alright? Now, you're not going to believe what's causing the problems, but I'm going to show you. In order to see what causes the problems, we have to disassemble the joystick. Just stick your tweezers or a small flathead screwdriver in between metal right here and the plastic, and just give it a quick little tug. And if you got like needle nose pliers, you could easily fix the damaged or bent pieces. I honestly don't really care about if it looks ugly or not. I've had this thing for over like 3 years now. Alrighty, allow me to just take this apart. The spudger would also work good too. Just pop these tabs up on top off. Just like that. It's okay if you bend it. There's 4 tabs on each side. Ugh. Come on, you butt. There we go. Alright. Be very, very careful when you're opening this. Alrighty. This is what your joystick looks like. As you can see, it's multiple pieces. This is just one of your swivels. This small little U that you can see, hopefully, if my camera wants to work. There. That little U is what actually presses the joystick down. Now, to disassemble this joystick fully, turn this 90 degrees and it pops right out. Set that to the side because there's no other parts that fall out. Now, I'm going to fully disassemble this and show you the root cause of joystick drag. Joystick drag, save this. This is your membrane piece. Your joystick drag is caused by one thing. These. Your little potentiometer sliders. These little a-holes are what cause your joystick drag. It is actually these little metal little metal contacts. What you actually could do with these ones is I found out that you could actually pop them off with a thumbtack or a sewing needle. And then what happens is they're actually getting bent. They're actually getting bent more upwards like this. They're getting bent more like that. They can't be like that. They need to be actually down a little bit more. So what you could do is after you pull the metal piece off, like I have here, don't lose that. And be very careful because these pieces are easy as hell to lose. As you can see, I have it. What I do is I'll often bend the little contacts down a little bit. I'll just grab it like this in between a pair of tweezers, hold it securely, and then just give it a couple little bends on each side. And that actually often fixes it. Now, you won't believe this, but you actually can't buy replacement potentiometer sliders like this. But you can. There's a catch. Here, let me attach this and I'll show you. It's a very simple attach. You just pop it back on. There's like a little hole right in the middle that you just push down. And don't drop it, but voila. If it looks too low on one side, like right there, just grab it and just push it up a little. It is a soft piece of metal, but just grab it, raise it up a little. If you need to, just pop it up again. Just pop it up again. Grab another pair of tweezers or something and just pop. Just go. Pop. Make sure it's got a good grip. Just bend it upwards slightly. You only really kind of have to do it on one side. Now let's reattach. Reattach. Once I get it. Come on. There we go. This is like if this is too hard for you to do to just simply repair, I'll show you another way of fixing it. It's a lot simpler and easier. All right, mine look good, even on both sides, it looks like. If it's too high up, just bend it down with the tweezers. Just a slight little bend and it should be good. You only need them just poking up ever so slightly. Now I am going to put these in a place that they will not get lost. I have this old piece of a cigarette because I am a smoker. Cigarette wrapper, because like I said, I am a smoker. We'll put both these in that. So that way they don't get lost. Now, where is it? There it is. On Amazon, you could buy these. They're called, what you do is you, instead of looking up Rift S joystick replacements, you look up Nintendo Switch joystick replacements. Reason being, it's because Nintendo Switch happens to be the only console out there that uses this very similar joystick potentiometer. As you can see, it is eerily similar. I have already disassembled one to get the pieces I need, but where is it? There it is. I keep them in this just in case. It's just a piece of air dry clay that I've carved out spots for. Just pop one out. I bent it. Just like that. There we go. As you can see, these things are pretty much the exact same thing that you need. You can actually just drop them right on in. And as you can see, they work perfectly. These are perfect potentiometer replacement sliders. You just have to actually take them apart yourself and put them in there yourself. Just simply, always start with the sliders too when you're reassembling your joystick. Now that that's on, just make sure they're in the middle. Don't need this, but as you can see though, this is just like proof of concept. I actually have one I've disassembled right here. As you can see, there is no ribbon cable coming out of it. But yeah, again, then let me phrase it again. This is your main root cause of joystick drag, is this potentiometer slider. They're very easy to replace, very easy to lose, and you could acquire like a pack of 4 off of Amazon. Like, and I mean a pack of 4 joystick buttons, joysticks. Now, you assemble it with, don't need that. You assemble, where to go? There it is. You start with the joystick itself, insert it. Turn it 90 degrees. It really doesn't matter which way you assemble this thing. Like if it's assembled backwards than it originally was, it doesn't matter. As long as these pieces fit. Turn the joystick 90 degrees and it sits in place. Attach the other piece right on top. This one actually has to go right here, because that's where the button goes. Now, let's see here. The button is kind of a tedious process to put in if you don't have the tweezers. But you don't need tweezers. You don't need tweezers, god damn it. It's a good thing I bought a bunch of replacement parts. We have to speed these up. There we go. Just pops right on in, just like that. Now that that's on, we just plop. Don't worry, it won't fall apart. There is actually a spring underneath the joystick itself that keeps it somewhat straight. Now we gotta focus on that real quick. Just give it a slight bend. Now, you'll find when you took the thing apart, you'll see like a small little flat ring made out of steel. That goes right above on top of the plastic. Then this piece goes right above that. Now, where's the membrane at? Oh shit. What did I do with it? I know it's here. All right, now I got the membrane. As you can see, the membrane is easiest just to put in here. And always note that the membrane will always enter in the middle of the whatever side you took apart. This is a tedious process again. Oh, Great. This is my mistake I made last time. This piece is actually supposed to be over here with the membrane connector. It doesn't honestly matter. It's spring powered and it actually will help it too. And put the membrane on. Oh, upside down. Oh yeah, I should probably disclose this. These black spots are your where your potentiometers will slide. These never really have a problem. You can clean them if you like. It doesn't really, in my opinion, matter. But yeah, you can clean them if you like. Just try not to break them. Now, I usually do this. I'll just simply hold it like this. Put this on top. Drop it down. Press down on one side so that way it gets secured. Do the same with the other side. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wrong way. I actually had it the right way. Nice. That's a first for me. But yeah, just fucking computer. Pop it up, pop it down. I usually just hold it like this while I find something that will work to squish the contact pads down. A pair of pliers will work perfectly. I'm right. I only got vice grips right now because I can't find my pliers, but it works the same. Just grab it, find it. This ain't wide enough. If I have to, I will look for my fucking pliers. Just quickly grab it and give it a quick little squeeze. Not enough to break it, just enough to fucking grab it on. All right, where's my pliers? All right, found my pliers. Just pop them over to that size where they're a little bit bigger. That way you could just squish. You don't even need to put too much force behind it. Just give it a quick little squish. The only part that really needs force is this part right here that pinches down. In fact, if it doesn't want to work fully, force it. And then give it a little pinch. Just a quick little pinch. Pinch. Just a quick little pinch. Doesn't have to be too hard, just enough just to crimp it down on it. You could also make sure, if you want, if you're like have an OCD or you like it to look nice, just make it look nice. Pinch. And then final piece is the two sides. Pinch. Just pinch the two sides down. And then voila. You have just repaired your joystick for the Rift S. Remember, this piece needs to go, the third screw holder needs to go right there with the ribbon. Throw those away because I don't need them anymore. Now we start to reassemble the dang darn thing. We start with not that, but this. Easiest way to do it is pop this upside down. Hold it like that. Squeeze it in. And just pop. And make sure it's nice and snug. And she's held into place. Now we grab the frame of the controller, the entirety of it. Oh, I should probably also mention this is all these are your sensors that allow your controller to be read through the headset itself. These are what are really important when it comes to reading. Not reading. When it comes to playing it. Now, I need to pause my recording so that way I could clean this out better. But I'm going to show you, like, this is a very, very transparent piece of plastic. Well, not very transparent, but it's semi-transparent. Just a quick little dabberoonie. As you can see, I've already dabbed some super glue there. Easiest way to repair that is just to pull it apart real quick. Just ever so slightly, pull it apart. Just run the glue stick along it. And then let that air dry. Another good tip for super glue is if you use a decent amount of force, air, you'll actually blow the rest of the super glue into the I'm just gonna call it a wound because it's basically what it is. Just dap it up. Use a junker piece of junker cloth just to wipe off the excess. And voila, she's pretty-ish. Ish. That is the key word here, is ish. She's pretty-ish. Now, let's see here. Do I have anything to remove that? Maybe. This is my old glue kind of sunk through the first time. And yes, this is actually how I repair the controller itself. I've kept this thing running for 4 years now. I have fixed joystick drag. I've recently discovered how to fix joystick drag. I discovered what causes it. Let's give it a good little healthy dap. As you can see, I have a little bleed through here from previous times. It's okay. Just know that if you use super glue to repair it without opening it, you will be actually gluing it shut. Ow. I just glued my finger to my finger. Just a quick little thing. Blow. All right. Put that aside to dry. Now we get back to business. All right. Make sure that your antenna is off to the side. Make sure that this is able to be grabbed. Your grip. Easiest way to do the grip is to just basically grab it with tweezers, or you could just finagle it in like this. And usually, if you do it right, it should just fit right on in and just snap it down. Just like that. Pop it down, pop her down. Now, we throw one screw in to hold it down. And do it right here on the bottom. Right there. Reason being is because this is just one that holds the board to the controller. Screw her in. In fact, you could actually just pop the controller in between both of these. Get yourself a better little position for it. But yeah, just dap her on down. She looking good. Grips on, good. I know that's attached, good. Now, what you want to do is put the first two mounting screws on top and the bottom. Do not put one in the middle. Put one on the top and the bottom only. I'll show you why in a second. Well, I'm pretty sure if you remember what I mentioned beforehand in the beginning of the video. Sometimes it's easier for me just to grab it like this. Just manhandle it. Just put it in there. Screw the top and bottom down. I'm also going to let you know, if it doesn't work the first time, just take it apart again and readjust those wipers. Okay? Because if it didn't work the first time, you probably did too much for one side. You don't even actually need to do much force on it. All right, now pull out the spring and one screw. Take your spring, and you'll see like a small little plastic little nub. Just take your spring, slide it right behind it, and it just floats there. Take your screw, plop her down. If it wants to cooperate. It looks like it doesn't want to cooperate. So just set the controller down real quick. This is an easy tip. Just hold it at a 90-degree angle, perpendicular to the screw, or parallel, whichever word works best. I don't know words. And voila, your things are attached. Alrighty. Now we have all the brains attached. Battery will be attached in a second, so don't worry about it just yet. Now we want to pull out that. And where's the ring? There's the ring. Now we're going to put the ring back on after. Yeah, after. Because I'm actually getting ahead of myself again. There's 2 screw holes I need to put in for the faceplate. All right. Now these buttons can only go in one way. They will just float if they will just sit there and just like be stuck, kind of like that. Can't really press it. It looks like it would fit, but it doesn't because there's certain tolerances. I like to hold the controller upside down, but I'm actually getting way ahead of myself again. Now we want to actually attach this. I am so sorry, guys. Attach this. Make sure all the cords are pushed down. It's out of the way. Out of sight, out of mind. Just like that. Out of sight, out of mind. Now we connect it. Oh shit! Almost forgot about the antenna. Sorry for my constant buffoonery. Just attach your antenna. There's like a little port hole or whatever it's called. I can't remember. Antenna connection. Another one of the tedious parts. Sometimes it's actually easier just use your fingers. And then make sure you press the middle of the antenna down right here. There's like a little locking area for it. Now we can put the battery on. I am really sorry. I'm excited about this. This is my second time I've done this. Second time I've shown someone how to do this. Parts can be, easily found on Amazon to replace this joystick. There we go. This part will literally just push and snap right back into place, just like so. Now faceplate can go on. Just simply hold the controller upside down so the buttons don't fall out. There actually is like a little lip right here that hooks onto right here. Just plop, push, and screw in 2 hole screws on the back. Wait, I almost put them in the wrong holes. Wrong hole, wrong hole. Sorry for the section window. Give it a couple little tests. Can't really test this one or this one yet. Very easy fix, honestly, in my opinion. The only hardest part is just disassembling the controller. That's honestly the hardest part of this build. Now we got that. We could attach the button. As you can see, there's 2 little grooves on the left and right side. Those could just be slid right in to there. Then you just push it into place. Grab that pin. Push that in there. Give it a couple presses. Just like that. Works perfectly. All right, now time for one of the most, what's the words I'm looking for? Heart-wrenching parts of this build is reattaching this. The easiest way I know how to reattach the cover ring, the halo, is to go in this way. No. Opposite way. Sorry. But you do basically what you did to remove it. Make sure you don't freaking bend your cable too much. Just squish it down. Don't squish it too hard or else you will crack it. And it should just... You should be able to actually fit it in like this. Just like that. Press her through. You could let it rest in the middle if you need to, while you just shimmy it all in. Like I said, make sure that you're careful and ginger, and she should just snap right into place. Just like that. Push one side over. Finagle the other side in. Yeah, man, I honestly don't care about the crack. I could fucking just glue it back together. It's a simple little fix. I don't care. As long as I'm careful, it should be good, but I'm just gonna drop another dab of glue on it. Yes, I already know. I told you guys that it will cause it to, maybe stick in there. But just a drop should hold her together. Power of friendship. And the power of friendship and grace call. Sorry. Alrighty, now battery's connected. That's connected. This is connected. This is connected. These are good. These are good. I'm just trying to go back through my memory and make sure I'm doing everything right. Now we could screw on the halo first. I'm gonna laugh if I ended up putting the screws in the wrong freaking holes again. Nope. My ADHD did not fail me this time. Voila. You could push the little mounting hole for the mounting part for the ribbon cable just right underneath. Just grab something like a tack or something, just bap, bap. Just like that. Make sure the other side's in too. Okay, good. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. And we got 7 left, which is perfect. That means we're on the right track. Ooh, haha. Now we just plop. Just grab your tweezers. I don't know why I keep trying to fucking grab with my fingies. I'll hold it. Sometimes I like to hold the screw in with my thumb while I just finagle the bit on top. A quick little shove. Push it in. Screw the bee together. That was cool. Luckily I didn't lose that. This one goes right there. Of course. Fucking magnet. Some of these screws don't want to listen to you, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of persuasion. Just a wee bit of persuasion usually does the trick. Now remember, there actually are 2 mounting screws holding the positive part of the battery cover. I often forgot about it until like my 3rd time taking the controller apart. It's right there. If the magnet won't be an ass, thank you for watching my fight with a magnet. This has been bright. Just screw her in. The final screw. It's the final screw. Yes! We are so close to having a working Oculus Rift S Controller. And voila! We have put together most of it. And the final piece, which is in front of me. This part is kind of weird. It seems like it doesn't want to go in, but you gotta basically force it, almost. Don't force it. You're just trying to just jimmy it in. And it should just snap right into place. The back should follow suit. Unless I did something wrong. Nope. Okay. It was just being an ass. Grip still works. Final 2 screws. I'm going to use the straight nose. Just use your thumb to hold it into place. Temporarily. Screw it in. Last and final one. Sometimes it'll be easier just to hold it upside down with the tweezers like this. Flip it around and shimmy her in. If it doesn't want to listen, force it. Who doesn't want to listen? Force in the wrong hole. I mean, what? Alrighty, we have disassembled, reassembled, and fixed joystick drag. Pop your battery in real quick. Light still works. So it means I have done nothing wrong to it. And yeah, it should work now. I'm going to try my best to get some footage of it working, but I don't have really any footage of it doing joystick drag, so it's kind of hard for me to prove that it works. But trust me, this way works. I've discovered this, and I can't believe no one else figured it out. And voila, you got a fixed controller. I hope that helps with you guys in your VR adventures. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if it helped you or not. Have a good day. Bye-bye.